The warning arrived before the battle itself, and that alone revealed the scale of the coming disaster. Inside the chamber, even monsters who ruled nations fell silent when Guy Crimson explained what a serious clash between him and Rimuru Tempest would unleash. That'll spread the magicule contamination across a wider space. The sentence carried the weight of prophecy rather than caution. Contamination no longer threatened a battlefield. It threatened the planet itself. Every person in that room understood the hidden meaning immediately. Victory itself could become extinction. Rimuru answered calmly, though the calm felt manufactured. He reminded Guy that devastation had already followed him once before, but the response barely concealed the truth gathering underneath his composure. He understood this operation carried no margin for error. Ramirez sensed the same thing. Hovering beside him anxiously, she pleaded, "Nothing rough, okay?" Her nervous complaint exposed the reality everyone else avoided saying aloud. They were preparing to gamble the world against a single berserk existence. Still, Rimuru advanced toward the impossible decision anyway. He declared that only he and Guy would confront Milim directly, while the others defended the labyrinth and stabilized collapsing nations already drowning in war. The room tightened instantly. Resistance surfaced immediately when Diablo volunteered to accompany him. No, the rejection landed instantly and absolutely. Rimuru trusted Diablo too much to waste him recklessly. That contradiction defined the strategy unfolding before them. Milim represented only one catastrophe. Feldway still operated somewhere beyond sight, manipulating battlefields from the dark, while other enemies circled closer around the labyrinth. Rimuru understood a brutal truth others slowly pieced together afterward. If the labyrinth collapsed, every remaining defense across the world would collapse with it. So he distributed responsibility like a commander preparing for the end of history itself. Benimaru would command operations. Zegion would guard the labyrinth. Diablo would remain behind as the unpredictable force capable of surviving the unknown nightmare Feldway planned next. Rimuru built the defense carefully because he already suspected he might never return. Then he turned toward Veldora Tempest. "That's right, Mr. Secret Weapon. You'll be our final last resort." The room shifted after that statement. Veldora's satisfied expression carried deeper meaning than confidence. He represented insurance against annihilation itself. As long as the true dragon remained alive, Rimuru believed hope still existed somewhere beyond despair. Yet even that reassurance failed to erase the terror waiting ahead. Milim's rage had evolved beyond ordinary destruction. Her mere existence during combat threatened to poison the world through uncontrolled magicules alone. And Rimuru knew it. He concealed his fear carefully, but fear still existed. Beneath every order and every composed instruction, he understood confronting Milim bordered on suicide. The terrifying part came from his honesty with himself. He trusted Diablo's strength completely, yet he still refused to bring him because even Rimuru doubted his own survival odds. Then Ramirez flew toward him one final time. "Please help out Milim. You got it." That promise became the emotional core of the entire operation. Rimuru marched toward battle fully aware that saving Milim and surviving her represented two entirely separate miracles. After he and Guy departed, silence consumed the control center almost immediately. The absence itself carried weight. Everyone remaining behind sensed the pressure Rimuru left in their hands. Diablo finally broke first. "I'm not sure I have ever felt so helpless before." The confession stunned the room because Diablo rarely revealed uncertainty. His composure usually bordered on absolute. Yet, Rimuru's departure cracked even him. Benimaru understood why instantly. He knew Rimuru better than anyone present, and what disturbed him most was not the danger itself. It was Rimuru's fear hiding underneath forced confidence. They just didn't have the upper hand this time. That realization poisoned the atmosphere. Rimuru usually entered battle carrying impossible confidence, capable of infecting everyone around him. This time, he carried resolve instead. Resolve sounded colder, final, more dangerous. Diablo obeyed Rimuru's decision, but bitterness lingered beneath his acceptance. He admitted Rimuru likely believed he would need 100% effort in battle here. Meanwhile, Benimaru analyzed the larger battlefield forming around them. Feldway remained active. Jahil moved openly. Daggrull threatened entire regions. Their enemies had expanded beyond manageable scale, while their own forces stretched thinner with every new catastrophe. Then Soe returned, carrying revelations darker than expected. Beneath the holy void of Damargania, he discovered peaceful giants untouched by Daggrull's betrayal. The contradiction disturbed him because it pointed toward older truths buried beneath recent war. That discovery eventually led him toward a forgotten legend concerning Daggrull's banished brother, an evil-destroying god defeated long ago by Veldora himself. Ramirez confirmed the nightmare casually. "Oh, real strong. Stronger than my master back then, at least." Even Veldora reacted after hearing that. And suddenly, the room understood something horrifying. Milim represented only the beginning. Ancient monsters buried beneath history itself were beginning to awaken alongside the current war. Feldway's plans stretched beyond conquest towards something far older and more catastrophic. Then the next disaster arrived immediately afterward. Mjolnir burst into the chamber, carrying urgent news from Elmisia. Thalion is now in a state of war. The announcement slammed into the room like another collapsing wall. Benimaru demanded details immediately, only to learn Jahil and Zerario had launched a direct assault against the Elven nation. Then the monitor illuminated. The sacred tree of Thalion burned beneath endless flashes of destruction. What appeared as tiny sparks across the screen represented entire sections of reality exploding apart. Benimaru recognized Jahil's flames instantly. He's not playing around. The statement carried grim admiration because Jahil's assault contained overwhelming intent from the beginning. This attack sought eradication rather than victory. Benimaru immediately understood the impossible choice before him. Weak reinforcements would accomplish nothing except increasing casualties. Even he, Diablo, and Zegion together lacked guaranteed victory against enemies operating at this level. "Guess I'll have to go." His declaration carried determination sharpened by desperation. Diablo immediately offered support, but Benimaru refused. Instinct warned him about something larger moving behind the visible battlefield. Diablo still cautioned him anyway, describing Zerario as a true warrior whose danger surpassed measurable power itself. Still, Benimaru refused retreat because he believed he finally possessed a winning plan against Jahil after losing previously. Then Veldora intervened confidently, claiming he could erase Jahil and Zerario with a single flick of my wrist. Strategically, deploying Veldora made perfect sense. Emotionally, it terrified Benimaru. His instincts screamed toward a greater danger approaching from elsewhere. He feared Daggrull's forgotten past more than Jahil himself. If Lubelius collapsed while Veldora remained absent, the world would lose its final safeguard completely. So Benimaru chose caution over overwhelming force. Veldora would remain hidden. The secret weapon would stay concealed until absolute necessity forced his emergence. That decision sealed the next phase of the war. As preparations continued, manpower shortages became impossible to ignore. Benimaru required assistance heading toward Thalion, yet exhaustion and battlefield limitations crippled available choices. "I'll join you," Soe volunteered calmly. Benimaru accepted instantly because he trusted Soe's precision completely. Others lacked either readiness or courage. Gobta practically eliminated himself with terrified honesty. "I don't want to die yet, sir." For a brief moment, hope returned when footage revealed Elmisia fighting beside Sylvia. Their synchronized power tore through the battlefield like divine storms. Lightning and wind carved destruction across enemy lines so violently that Benimaru briefly believed survival remained possible. Then everything changed again. Lady Milim and Lady Velzard have begun to move. The room froze instantly. On screen, the red and blue indicators accelerated together toward Thalion's sacred tree, like converging disasters destined to erase everything in their path. Benimaru understood immediately what would happen if Milim reached the city in her berserk state. It's going to be burned to ash. Diablo then voiced the possibility, poisoning everyone's thoughts already. Perhaps Feldway desired exactly this level of destruction. Perhaps worldwide chaos itself served as preparation for Ivalaj's resurrection. The implication transformed fear into dread. Still, paralysis offered nothing. Rimuru already gambled his life elsewhere. Hesitation here would only increase the body count. Benimaru exchanged one final glance with Soe. Both silently accepted death. Then new allies emerged unexpectedly. Leon Cromwell stepped forward despite his condition. Kigali followed immediately afterward, her hatred for Jahil burning visibly beneath every word. Suddenly, the fractured resistance felt whole again. Then the final report arrived. Enemy giants had engaged Adelman at the Long Wall. And in that instant, Benimaru's premonition finally revealed its full shape. This entire conflict had only been preparation. The real war had just begun.